Part 1. The Energy Deficit. The year 2026 marks the beginning of the great energy pivot. Artificial intelligence is no longer a software challenge. It is a physical, electrical, and thermal crisis. Every single Nvidia Blackwell H100 GPU acquires more power than a small household. When you scale this to millions of units in a single data center, the numbers become astronomical. We are looking at a future where a single AI query consumes enough electricity to power a high-definition television for an entire hour. This is the invisible cost of intelligence. Part 2. The data center fortress across the United States. From the suburbs of Northern Virginia to the plains of Texas, massive data centers are rising. These are not just buildings. They are digital fortresses that require gigawatts of constant, reliable power. The current electrical grid, designed in the 1960s, is simply not capable of supporting this load. We are seeing industrial-scale transformers failing and local communities facing the blackout clause, where residential power is at risk of being diverted to the silicon hubs. Part 3. Microsoft and the 3 Mile Island rebirth. In a move that shocked the global energy market, Microsoft signed a multi-billion-dollar deal to restart Unit 1 at 3 Mile Island. This is the site of America's most famous nuclear accident, yet it is now the only solution for a carbon-free, 24/7 power source. Microsoft isn't just buying energy, they are buying survival. Without dedicated nuclear baseload, the development of GPT-6 and beyond is physically impossible. Part 4. Amazon's Small Modular Reactors SMRs. While Microsoft looks at the past, Amazon is building the future. They are investing heavily in small modular reactors SMRs. These are factory-built nuclear plants that can be deployed directly next to a data center. By bypassing the public grid entirely, Amazon is creating a private grid. This ensures that even if the city lights go out, the AWS servers keep processing. This is a total shift in how corporations interact with national infrastructure. Part 5. Google's 24/7 carbon-free quest. Google is pursuing a strategy of advanced geothermal and next-generation fission. They have realized that solar and wind are too intermittent for the constant hunger of a 24/7 AI model. To reach their 2030 goals, they are competing for every available megawatt on the global market, causing electricity prices to soar in regions like Ireland and Scandinavia. Part 6. The physical limit of heat. As we pack more chips into smaller spaces, heat becomes the enemy. Traditional air cooling is no longer viable. We are seeing the rise of liquid immersion cooling, where servers are submerged in specialized fluids to transfer heat. This requires massive amounts of water, leading to intense resource conflicts with local agricultural sectors. Part 7. The geopolitics of uranium energy is the new goal. Nations with stable nuclear energy policies are becoming the new tech hubs. We are seeing a digital migration where data moves to countries with cold climates and nuclear stability. The geopolitics of 2030 will be defined by who controls the uranium supply chain and the power lines. Part 8. The copper crisis beyond power. We need copper. Millions of miles of new wiring are required to upgrade the grid. The demand for industrial metals is reaching a breaking point, creating a secondary economic crisis. The AI revolution is a physical revolution of metal and electricity. Part 9. Economic implications for the public. For the average citizen, the AI energy war means higher utility bills and a strained infrastructure. As tech giants outbid local municipalities for power, we must ask, who has the right to the grid? Is digital intelligence more important than residential stability? Part 10. Conclusion. The nuclear renaissance. We are entering a new era. The AI revolution has triggered a nuclear renaissance that will define the next century of human progress. The factory of the future is powered by the atom. This is the only path forward for a world that demands unlimited intelligence. Chapter 11. The physics of cooling. As data centers scale, the laws of thermodynamics become the primary constraint. Traditional air cooling systems, which rely on massive fans and chillers, are hitting a physical wall. The heat density of a single rack of Nvidia Blackwell GPUs is so high that air cannot move fast enough to remove the thermal energy. This is leading to the adoption of direct-to-chip liquid cooling. In these systems, a dielectric fluid or treated water flows directly over the silicon. This requires a complete redesign of the facility's plumbing and infrastructure, adding billions to the construction costs of new AI factories. Chapter 12. The Water Scarcity Conflict. This cooling requirement is not just an engineering hurdle, it is a social one. A large data center can consume millions of gallons of water per day. In states like Arizona or countries with limited freshwater, this puts tech giants in direct competition with local agriculture. We are seeing a new type of resource war, where the right to water for crops is being weighed against the right to water for compute. This friction will define local politics for the next decade. Chapter 13. The copper and grid infrastructure to support the nuclear pivot. The global electrical grid needs more than just power plants. It needs a massive upgrade and transmission. We are currently facing a global copper shortage. Millions of miles of high voltage lines must be replaced to handle the base load coming from these new reactors. The lead time for a standard industrial transformer has jumped from 6 months to 3 years. This bottleneck is the secret speed governor of the AI revolution. Chapter 14. The 2030 geopolitical shift. We are moving toward a world of digital sovereignty. Nations that cannot provide their own energy will have to lease intelligence from those that can. We are seeing a migration of data processing to the global north regions with cold climates and stable nuclear energy. Iceland, Norway, and Canada are positioned to become the digital vaults of the future, while energy-poor regions risk falling behind in the AI race. Chapter 15. The final industrial summary. The AI revolution is the most power-hungry era in human history. It has forced a return to nuclear energy and a total reconstruction of our physical world. From the deep-sea cables to the SMR reactors in our backyards, the world of 2030 is being built on a foundation of silicon and atoms. This is the old plan executed at a global scale. Chapter 16. The infrastructure of the future beyond the reactors. The physical housing of AI is changing. Traditional data centers are being replaced by high-density thermal pods. These pods are designed to handle the extreme heat of liquid-cooled servers, requiring advanced metallurgy and specialized synthetic oils. The engineering required to build these facilities is more akin to building a submarine or a nuclear power plant than a standard office building. This specialized construction market is expected to grow by 500% by 2030, creating a new class of industrial billionaires. Chapter 17. The global regulatory war. While the technology moves fast, the law moves slow. We are seeing a massive legal battle between tech giants and local power authorities. In Ireland and Northern Virginia, moratoriums on new data centers have been proposed to protect the public grid. To bypass this, companies like Microsoft and Amazon are seeking energy independence, where they build their own power plants and operate outside the standard regulatory framework. This is the birth of the corporate sovereign state, where a tech company controls its own energy, its own data, and its own rules. Chapter 18. The human element and job displacement. This nuclear AI pivot is not just about silicon and uranium. It is about the workforce. As these reactors become automated by the very AI they power, the nature of industrial labor changes. We need a new generation of atomic technicians who understand both fission physics and high-level machine learning. The education systems of the world are currently unprepared for this shift, leading to a massive talent war between nations. Chapter 19. The 2040 Vision. Looking ahead to 2040. The goal is fusion. If humanity can achieve stable fusion power, the energy crisis for AI disappears forever. Until then, we are in the atomic gap, a 20-year period where traditional nuclear fission is the only bridge to a high-intelligence future. Those who control the bridge control the future of the species. Chapter 20. Final industrial summary and global impact. We have covered the deals, the chips, the reactors, and the water. The conclusion is clear. The AI revolution is the most power-hungry event in history. It has forced a return to the atom and a total reconstruction of the global grid. This is the industrial reality of 2030. Thank you for following this 10-minute deep dive analysis into the physical world behind the digital screen. Chapter 21. The national security implication. The race for AI energy is not just a corporate competition, it is a matter of national security. Governments are beginning to realize that the country with the most stable, carbon-free energy grid will lead the world in artificial intelligence. This is leading to a massive increase in state-sponsored nuclear projects. From the United States to France and China, the energy AI nexus is the new front line of global influence. We are seeing a return to the heavy industrial policies of the mid-20th century. But this time, the goal is not just steel or oil, it is the production of unlimited synthetic intelligence. Chapter 22. The circular energy economy. In the future, data centers will not just be consumers of energy, they will be producers. New designs are being proposed where the massive waste heat from AI servers is captured and used to provide district heating for nearby cities or to power desalination plants for clean water. This circular economy approach turns a massive environmental liability into a civic asset. Companies that can master this heat recycling technology will have a significant cost advantage over those that simply vent their thermal energy into the atmosphere. Chapter 23. The final conclusion and forward outlook. We stand at the precipice of a new era. The digital world has finally hit the limits of the physical world, and the result is a nuclear renaissance. As we move toward 2030, the success of the AI revolution will be measured in gigawatts and uranium tons. The screen you are looking at is powered by a chain reaction that started deep in a reactor core. This is the industrial reality behind the AI age. Thank you for watching this comprehensive 10-minute investigation. We will see you in the future of energy.